All right, I got a big video for you guys. So Andrew Tate has been poisoned. Nate Diaz turned himself in. And also there's information that's come out about the Nate Diaz situation that I did not have previously. I'm not sure if you guys know this. But this is really all very relevant information. So we're gonna talk about, like I said, Andrew Tate's been poisoned, by the way. I just like breezed over that. It's like, no joke. He has just posted a bunch of stuff. I've been watching this for the last couple hours. Like, dude, what is going on? He's doubled over. He can't breathe. His skin is broken out. He says he's been like, this is coming from his mouth, right? He's like, he's like, I've only drank a cup of coffee and drank water. Someone's poisoned me. So anyway, we're going to talk about that. I'll show you guys the video and we'll go from there, and we'll talk about the Nate Diaz thing too. So if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys doing that. We're getting real close to 110,000. So if you guys don't mind helping me get there, that would be amazing, dude. I'm trying to hit that 10, trying to hit 110,000. I would do it for you guys if you asked me. I promise I really would. I really would. And then also, one last time this month, Sheath Underwear. Now check this out. Sheath Underwear, look it. Always, dog. That's always that sheath. Always wearing that sheath. And it's the bomb. Now, if you have ever entered in to win the Jordans, that means that you have. Now, every month we do a Jordans giveaway, right? We do a Jordans giveaway. If you buy Sheath Underwear, you send me the receipt. You buy anything from sheathunderwear.com and use promo code FIRE. And then you send me the receipt. You get entered in to win a pair of J's. We give them away every single month. This is the last chance for this. Or this is the last time I'm going to talk about it for April. So get on that. But here's the other thing. You don't have to buy the underwear. You could buy whatever you want. They have all kinds of other stuff on there. Sheathunderwear.com. They have tons and tons of sick-ass merch. They have girl stuff even. Hats, everything. So if you buy anything off the website, you use the promo code FIRE. You get like 25% off. And then you send me the receipt. You're in for the J's. That's what it is. And my email is realjesseonfire@gmail.com. Thank you guys. And thank you, Sheath. I love these mofos. Anyway, so let's get into it. So first, let's do this. Let's do Andrew Tate first, because I mean, if it was me, that would be the one I would be most interested. So here's the thing. So this came out. So I saw this on Twitter first. And now it's gone, like as of very recently. So this guy did a video on it so I could show you. I'm just going to actually just show you guys this.
So guys, Andrew Tate is in severe danger. He's never posted anything like this on his social media. He's just tweeted out saying, face swollen, blood pressure is through the roof, skin's on fire, hard to breathe, some sort of severe reaction or poison. Only had coffee and water so far today. All appeared in the last 5 minutes. Now guys, it's very important. He's visited Dicot today. Have they tried to spike him? He's just shown this video as well.
Jeez, man. This is scary, dude.
Boys, this is very, very bad. Andrew is trying to send us a message. He has never ever posted anything like this on social media before. He does look in severe pain.
So, and then he tweeted something out afterwards that said, "If they kill me, I love all of you." And he did like follow-ups. You know, he did follow. Oh, looks like there's a new one, dude. Hang on, let's watch this too.
Super worrying times right now. Andrew is at severe risk and his life is in danger. He is no longer on his Twitter account. His health is that bad. Right after he posted this video,
he shut down his Twitter. So they said a bunch of stuff on the Twitter and then they shut it down. Like and they deleted all this stuff. And apparently he went on some trip today, but yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, it was really weird because they were like keeping everyone updated, you know, and they're like, oh, he's refusing medical care. He's in the lotus position. He's focusing on his breathing. His eyes are swollen shut. And then all of a sudden they just deleted everything. After saying, if they kill me, I love all of you. Okay, we've seen all this.
He had this tweet saying, if they kill me, I love you all. And he said, hard to breathe, some sort of severe reaction or poison, only had coffee and water so far today, all appeared in the last 5 minutes.
Okay, we already saw that.
And then said, eyes almost shut, gathering shy.
See?
Management have took over his Twitter and said, Andrew's not allergic to anything, this has never happened before, has only had water and coffee today, either an insect bite or some matrix attack, insanity in his bottled water. He's refusing doctors and is focusing on tea and breathing. We'll keep you all updated. Now, we've been updated. It says Andrew's fine. It says that the pain is part of life. He says doctors will inject him with who knows what and kill him. He's in lotus position and drinking tea. As long as he can breathe, he refuses medical attention. So far, so good. The question is, where's this come from? Now, this is super scary. Let's pray it is just an insect bite and nothing too serious, and I wish him a speed.
I mean, you know, maybe it's just an insect bite, but what's weird is that they cut it all off all of a sudden. You know, maybe he's just got better. Maybe he took a Benadryl and he got better, and so they just took it all down. But I mean, dude, once you put something like that up, dude, now you got to own it. You know what I mean? It's like you said, you got poisoned. So yeah, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this, and so I'll timestamp this. If people only want to hear about the Nate Diaz thing, I'll timestamp it because I want to talk about this too. It's like the fact that this is like the fact that you even have to entertain the idea that maybe this guy got poisoned is crazy. And I can't help but just at least talk about this a little bit, which is like, so you got Tucker Carlson just got terminated from Fox News. You had Don Lemon got terminated from CNN on the same day. I would say impossible that those two things are unconnected. You have this Bud Light thing going on where they do an ad with a trans dude, and people literally just swear off Bud Light forever. And, you know what? Actually, I want to say one thing about that really quick. And I apologize. This is just going to be a video where I go off on a tangent. But like Napoleon Bonaparte did a video last night about Slap League that was absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. You absolutely have to watch it. It's incredible. It is incredible. If you don't have an hour to watch, skip to the part where he does Slap League. And it's just like he couldn't have done a better job quantifying exactly what my problem with it is. It's like he just absolutely nailed it. Like just nailed it. But one of the things that he said in there was he was talking about Rumble, and he's like, oh, Rumble's like stupid and garbage. You're gonna find a bunch of people telling you don't drink Bud Light because a trans person drank it one time. It's like no. Nope. That is not why. That is not why. I will tell you exactly why. It is because from all directions, they're normalizing this to kids. That's what it's about. Is like, look, if a person is trans, fine, don't care, right? Like no one's denying the fact that there are trans people. But when you're making efforts to target children to make this normal, to where kids are going to think that, oh, you know what, this is just like a decision like any other one. And you see this social contagion spreading, and then you got them pushing it into schools, all this stuff. This is about kids, dude. That's what this is about, okay? And Mulvaney, his average age viewer is like 15 years old. And so it's just the straw that broke the camel's back. It's like where you feel like you can't say anything about it, and they're like, and Bud Light of all beers, you know, it's like Bud Light who caters to people like that. And they're like, oh, well, this is easy. You just gave me the ability to show you how upset I am about the infiltration of these ideas into the schools, and all I have to do is just not buy your stupid beer and then promote other people not buying the beer. That's what it's about. It's not, there's no like, it's not unreasonable at all. It's just not. Like, it's about, and also, like dudes beating girls in sports. Napoleon Bonaparte, you're down with Fallon Fox going in and cracking girls' skulls. You're down with Leah Thomas beating girls by a minute in the pool. It's all this is all connected. If you're not down with girls getting beaten by biological dudes in sports, then you don't drink Bud Light now. That's how you punish them. It's like, oh, so because you can't sponsor Dylan Mulvaney without saying that you signing off on girls, you know, having to face biological dudes in sports. That's what it's about. Just for the record. But anyway, we live in an insane time right now. And Andrew Tate, whether he's guilty, innocent, whatever of the stuff that he's accused of, like he did directly predict the fact that he would get jailed and then potentially killed. I mean, look, this to me looks like an allergic reaction, hopefully. But a bug bite, that's weird, man. Like, you know what I mean? Bug bite, if you really only drink coffee and water, I mean, I don't know, man. We live in crazy times, and the idea that Andrew Tate would not get murdered because he's an enormous influence. Like, they just fired Tucker Carlson. And I realize, and this is not me being like, yay Fox News or, yay CNN, nothing like that. The point that I'm making is there are things going on that supersede anything that you've ever considered to be common sense in terms of like how our society's set up. Tucker Carlson, whether you hate him, like him, love him, don't care, he had the most popular cable show on television, by a mile. He had over 3 million people watching it every night, and they fired him. Why? And people are, because there was this scandal behind the scenes. Yeah, right, dude. There's no way that there's no way that a smart person actually believes that. In my opinion, he was flying a little too close to the sun. He started sounding a little bit too much like Russell Brand, a little bit too much like Joe Rogan, right? Pointing out things that I'm not going to talk about on this channel for the same reason that I think Bud Light is a stupid decision. Don't put a trans person on a Bud Light. It's like, I'm just not getting into that stuff on this channel. But, the idea that Tucker Carlson's inciting violence, that's what I heard people say. They're like, he's inciting violence. Really? Show me. I just don't. I am just not a believer in that at all. I don't think CNN was inciting violence with the BLM protests at all. I think they were complicit, right? They're complicit. I just don't unless you are saying, hey, go out and do this. And theoretically, you actually could argue that CNN did do that during the BLM riots. But there is absolutely no way that you could say that Tucker Carlson told anyone to go out and commit violence. That is an indefensible position. There is no possible way that you could actually defend that. Now, you might think that you could, but we would have a moment where I would say, okay, go show me. Show it to me. Like, show me where he did that. Because I had this exact experience with a dude who I worked with, right? And he basically was like, dude, oh God, Ben Shapiro. And I was like, what's wrong with Ben Shapiro? And he's all, well, first of all, he hates women. I was like, oh, does he? I was like, I'll tell you what. And this is like a dude who was, he was 2 levels below me in terms of like the hierarchy of the company. Like, he didn't have money is my point. And I was like, I'll tell you what, if you can find one clip of Ben Shapiro demonstrating that if he's even, just show me him being rude to a woman. Just show me one clip of him saying anything that makes it appear like he hates women, or show me one clip of him even being rude to a woman. I'll give you $1,000. And he's like, all right. He went looking. He came up with nothing because it's not true. Just one of those things. It's not true. That's a thing you say, but it's not true. He doesn't hate women. He absolutely does not hate women. So it's like, you could say that, but it's not true, So you can say Tucker Carlson's inciting violence, but it's not true, It's just not true. It's just one of those things. And if I'll tell you what, I will give you $1,000 if you can send me a clip of Tucker Carlson inciting violence. And this is, again, I'm not signing off on Tucker. I'm not signing off whatever. But if you can send me a clip of him inciting violence, I will give you $1,000. Okay? Anybody, send it to me. Prove it. Anyway, so yeah. Now let's talk about Nate Diaz, okay? So Nate Diaz has turned himself in to the police, and let me show you. And by the way, that was me being very careful, for the record. If anybody's been out of shape about that conversation, I don't think you'd want to hear me go full throttle on that topic. Anyway, so Nate Diaz turns himself into the New Orleans police on felony battery charges. So Nate Diaz turned himself into police following an arrest warrant issued Monday by the New Orleans Police Department. Diaz was in custody Thursday. According to online inmate records, Diaz was officially booked at 7:40 a.m. He was later released after posting $10,000 bond. So this is what I don't understand. If he just has to come there and turn himself in and then post $10,000 bond and then he gets to leave, why doesn't he just send him a check for $10,000? Like, what's the point of this? Why does he have to fly all the way there? So police issued a warrant for Diaz's arrest on a felony charge of second-degree battery after a video surfaced last Friday of the former UFC star choking a man unconscious during a larger brawl on famed Bourbon Street. The man was later identified as Rodney Peterson Jr., a social media influencer, pro boxer, and amateur MMA fighter. So that's what I was going to tell you guys. So Rodney Peterson is a trained fighter. He's 0-5 in MMA, but nonetheless, he is a professional fighter. So guess what? Guess which argument you don't get to do. Oh my God, Nate Diaz, pro fighter. Also, what does that mean in terms of the likelihood that he shot on Nate? What do you think? Probably pretty good, dude. Probably pretty good. You know what I mean? So the thing for me is like, yeah, I mean, dude, he was a pro MMA fighter and he's going like this at Nate. Oh, no, dude, I don't want none. And then it looks like he shot because he's a pro. I mean, he's 0-5. But it doesn't matter. He trained enough to get in the octagon. He's not scared. He's not like afraid to fight, obviously. According to police, Diaz arrived, blah, blah, blah. Diaz's representative said Nate voluntarily turned himself in to the New Orleans Police Department this morning, approximately 7:10 a.m. Central. We continue to look forward to presenting all the evidence and videos showing that Nate was acting in self-defense. Diaz posted bond with the full permission of the court to resume travel, which includes returning to Stockton today. I love that he still lives in Stockton, dude. He might be like one of the richest people that lives in Stockton. He might be the richest person that lives in Stockton. So yeah. So that's what it is. Now, seriously, I just want to like, this is an important thing to note, right? When it comes to Nate Diaz's chances in court. So, if that guy, Rodney Peterson, had no training, had no experience fighting, was not a trained boxer, who really was just like a, I don't know, like it was just like his entire claim to fame is that he's a Logan Paul lookalike. I do think it's possible that Nate would have been, might have had a problem with this case. But the guy's history of being an MMA fighter, the fact that he came out and did a video after and said that he would knock Nate out if they went in the cage, and then, like that you really look at the video through that lens, right? Like you look at it through that lens. The fact that this guy's been in the octagon before 5 times. And then it's like, oh, I don't know. Oh, Nate, I don't know. He's not walking backwards. It's like, and then where it looks like the only way that Nate could have completely instigated is if he walked forward, grabbed the guy's head, and just started choking him, which, if he did that, it's kind of weird, like that seems kind of weird if the guy's just standing there like that, but it, to me, looked like the guy shot. I still agree with Bisping, though, where it's like, bro, or with basically anybody who's like, bro, grow up. Like, come on. You have a lot to lose. It's not even necessarily grow up. It's just like, dude, you have a lot to lose. Nate's got a lot of dough. You understand what happens if this guy is a civilian and sues him for fill in the blank? Nate could lose a lot of money in these situations, And it's like, I'm all for if people step to you, then you get to handle it. But it just, I just don't think it's possible that these things are not instigated. Look at how it went in the crowd where Nate just turned around and just launched that water bottle at the dude, which, by the way, is the best possible thing that's ever happened to this guy. Maybe Nate is just intelligently recognizing that him instigating fights with anyone who is an influencer is the best thing that could possibly happen for them. He's like, look, I'll choke you out and then you'll get famous. Or that dude, he's like, oh, I'll throw a water bottle at you. It's the best thing that could possibly happen at you. Maybe he's that aware where he's like, look at the dude, my boy, Shawnee Mack at Nelk Boys, where, Nate slapped him, where Nate slapped him. And it was like, damn, Nate slapped him for talking shit on Twitter. Also, guys, super random, but I'm launching the Nelk Boys Full Send MMA channel because this was totally real. Oh, yeah. Oh, was it? Like, hey, Nate, launching a brand new product here, Full Send MMA, and I just was wondering if you could give me the best viral clip ever. Could you do that? Nate's all, slap. Oh my gosh. Jeez, Nate tried to beat me up. Viral. And you work for who? Oh, the Nelk boys. Oh gosh, because they don't know anything about going viral. They have no idea how to incite, virality. So yeah, most likely that was legit. Like most likely. Shawnee Mac has never admitted to me that it was not real. So who knows? Who knows? Shawnee Mac's my boy. He has never admitted to me that it wasn't real, but if I had to bet my life on it, I would bet that it wasn't real. But that's because I know shit. I also thought that, Colby and Mossall wasn't real. So my opinions may not always be right, TBD. You know what I mean? Congratulations, Colby, on getting your black belt, though. Bam, 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 bam. It's hilarious. Speaking of that, dude, I saw all these people that are like, oh, well, it's not like Colby's ever going to submit anyone. It's like, I mean, he'd submit you, They're like, dude, he's not good at jiu-jitsu. How do you know? Well, he never submits anyone. Oh, okay. So, hang on. Let me run me through this. He's not good at jiu-jitsu. No, he's not good at jiu-jitsu. Okay. Is he a good wrestler? Oh, yeah. Great wrestler. Okay. So, he's a world-class wrestler. Oh, yeah. Okay. And he has a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Yeah. Okay. So he has trained jiu-jitsu enough to receive a black belt. And he started as a world-class wrestler. Yeah. And you think he's not good at jiu-jitsu. He's not. He doesn't submit anyone in the UFC. Okay. So what is Colby's style? Is he trying to submit people? Is he trying to get into really complex jiu-jitsu exchanges? No, he uses his grappling in order to subdue people, wear them out, punch them 1,000 times. So that means he's not good at jiu-jitsu? Well, he's not. Okay. Why don't you ask someone who actually knows what they're talking about in jiu-jitsu, ask an elite grappler, an elite jiu-jitsu grappler, how good guys are who are top of the food chain wrestlers who then become black belts in jiu-jitsu. Okay? He's fucking good. I can absolutely guarantee you that. Anywho, that's what I got. I love you guys. Peace in the Middle East. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. Like this video and subscribe. Now I love you guys. Bye.